chill. Just relax. Classic. Classic. Ooh, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to another day, another video. Hope that you are doing well. Thank you for being here. Hope that you're having a nice day. Let's go ahead and listen to some Joni Mitchell. It's been a really long time since we've listened to Joni Mitchell. We finished Court and Spark, and it is now time to listen to at least a little bit more here. We're going to take the first track off of her album Don Juan's Reckless Daughter, which was released in 1977. Now, this album has been recommended, like, not in overtly amounts, but just enough to make an impression. Because, you know, sometimes with artists like Joni Mitchell, David Bowie, like, you get the obvious recommendations, and then there's like the select few that like really want to hear like a specific amount or a specific album or anything, you know? So this is kind of like that specific, you know? So I just figured let's go ahead and listen to at least a little bit of it here on the channel with the first track, Overture, Cotton Avenue. And then we'll kind of go from there. But I hope that you guys enjoy it. I know that one of the tracks that was recommended off of this album is Paprika, or Paprika Plains, I'm sorry, which is a 16-minute track from Joni Mitchell. That sounds quite intriguing, you know? At least a little bit intriguing. That gets my attention a little bit. But let's start off at the beginning at least and move on from there. Let's go ahead and listen. That's all there is to say. Let's go. Joni Mitchell, Overture, Cotton Avenue.
Singing sweet lullaby, sweet lullaby. You see that patch of city lights somewhere in this gonna take myself tonight with a spit shine on my dancing shoes. If you got a place like that to go, you just have to go there. If you got no place special, well then you just go no place special. I guess it's just the summer in a young blood, ripe and juicy in the young blood. Teas and I go down to Cotton Avenue to hear the shiny, shiny music. See all the shiny people dancing to it. Anytime you go to Cotton Avenue. If you got a place like that to go, you know you gotta go there. If you got no place special, well then you just go no place special. You see that summer storm brewing in the southern sky. By the time it hits here, I'll be dancing high and right, rhythm and blues on Cotton Avenue. Poor boys will be hanging around outside in the street. They got all the latest words, they're dancing to the latest beat, while they are hustling and sizing you on Cotton Avenue. If you got a place like that, you just have to go there. If you've got no place special, oh my dear, you just go no place special.
Folk, soul, rock and roll, all that jazz. That's everything that is involved in this track. I know that I haven't listened to Joni in a while, but can I just say for a moment, she's back. Like, I know she's always been there, but for me on the channel, in my ears, like, she's back. She never left. Oh. The first half, which I can only imagine is the overture section, is just layers upon layers of soft breezes of guitar striking in the distance, echoing against the canyon walls, like a canyon wind that comes in strong, then mellows out, bellows out. The guitars in the first half, they just are allowed the space to move, to feel the sound and the air vibrate. And the gorgeous, gorgeous harmonizing, the singing that she puts out there in that section is just as emotionally echoing. Bouncing off canyon walls in a sense, but also bouncing off heart walls. That opening is a beautiful construction and beginning to this album, to this track. It really fits a certain setting, but places us musically in that setting. Let me go back to the beginning a little bit, turn my volume down so we can kind of chat. If you don't mind, just chat. like, we kind of go through different movements here, and it being an overture, I would imagine that it's kind of previewing, giving us little tidbits of what's to come. But I like how these kind of phases come in and out. Dancing for a little bit, disappearing. Dancing momentarily, disappearing. Allow the space to jam. And then we skip a little bit. Changing, of course. Small, spirited vocalizations begin to ring out. That has all the beginnings of a wondrous folk setting. Now, what she does is when she brings us into Cotton Avenue, which I'll have to find the exact time that Cotton Avenue starts in here because it's all considered one track. Cotton Avenue takes us to the city streets. And I don't know the actual history, what she's basing the song off of. I'm imagining a real place called Cotton Avenue. But the way that she describes it, it's a place that's filled with music, filled with a lot of creativity, a lot of people, a lot of love. And I think that she captures that really, really nicely there. And she captures the streets. That's it. That was the end of the sentence. She captures the actual street. She captures the people. Like I said, I'm imagining this is a real place. If it's not, it still sounds like a pretty fun place to go. And even looking at the album cover, at first when I looked at it, it seems to be kind of like a kind of awkward album cover. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. But Joni's smiling. Joni seems like she's having a good time there. I really can't tell exactly what's going on. I don't know who everyone is on here. Obviously Joni there. I'm not sure exactly what else. There's a dove or a pigeon. But she's smiling. She's dancing. And as we move into Cotton Avenue, you get Jacko with his... I mean, what else you want to describe his bass as? It's just incredible. The way that Jacko and Joni here are dancing with each other. Listen to them moving in tandem rhythmically. Absolutely pleasurable. Love these little bright explosions of melody before we echo out, somewhat reminiscent of the space given in the beginning. Before we're cutting the updrafts of the bass returning. That's gorgeous, guys. And her singing here in Cotton Avenue, it moves on from the folk vocalizations that we had in the beginning and then moves into a spirited soul kind of groove, which I find really fitting for what she's doing here. This is just a really nice accomplishment. I'm very curious to hear where the rest of this goes. I also see that not necessarily on this track, but you also have Wayne Shorter, Larry Carlton, Shaka Khan. Yeah, some Steely Dan alumni in here. And then John Guerin is also back on here. That's awesome. That's awesome. You got a lot of big names here. Let's go ahead and talk about the lyrics here. A red sun came rolling down a gray sky. Superman would not like that. And the frogs and dogs and night birds then started up singing Sweet Country Lullaby. You see that patch of city lights somewhere in there's Cotton Avenue. That's where I'm going to take myself tonight, with a spit shine on my dancing shoes. See, so she's showing someone this place. She's saying to someone, hey, you see that little patch of city light? That's Cotton Avenue. That's the place I've been talking about. You know what? I'm going down there. You want to come with me? It's kind of an invitation not only to whoever she's talking to, but I think that we are the ones that she's talking to. We are the audience. If you got a place to go, if you got a place like that to go, you just have to go there. Simple but profound. If you got no place special, well then, you just go no place special. I guess it's just the summer in the young blood, ripe and juicy in the young blood, teasing to go down to Cotton Avenue, to hear the shiny, shiny music, see all the shiny people dancing to it anytime you go there. And she just continues to describe it. And I like how at the end in the last verse, she's talking about poor boys will be hanging around outside in the street. They got the latest words. They're dancing to the latest beat while they're hustling and sizing you on Cotton Avenue. So I'm kind of getting maybe two things out of it. Maybe Cotton Avenue isn't necessarily like the safest place but it certainly is the most vibrant with the best music, and people always out dancing. There's a street, and I honestly do not remember what it's called. It's not here in Orlando, but it's like in Tampa area, and I kind of get the same vibe. It's like a party bar kind of street, and there's definitely like this kind of vibrant creative side to it. But it's also not my favorite place after a certain time. But she is definitely in love with this place. Now I'm curious to hear, or to find out, I guess, if Cotton Avenue is like a certain place that she's actually talking about. Cotton Avenue, Joni Mitchell. Let's just see if we can find anything. Nope, just brings out the same thing I was talking about before. All right, well, either way, it's a great track. Let me know what you guys thought of it. You can let me know in the comments down below. You can please like the video and subscribe before you leave if you haven't subscribed already. You can follow me on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. You can do so many things, but I hope that most of all, for now, you just enjoyed the video. You just enjoyed your time here, and I hope that you come back tomorrow for whatever else we're doing. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you then, guys. Bye.